Hey, what's happening everyone? Welcome. Today is April 6th. PlayStation 4's version 3.50 update came out. I am going to cover the top 5 features. There are a boatload of features in version 3.50. Here's a quick snapshot that I'm going to show you. You can go on the internet and read this on your own. But like I said, for this video, I'm going to keep the focus on the top 5 features. And these are top 5 features according to me, and they're not in any particular order. So don't give me crap about that. And without further ado, let's get started. First up, go up to your profile, and here you're going to see a new item called online status. In online status, you're basically going to select appear offline. When you do that, you will get this message screen. Go ahead and read it, absorb it all you want. Basically, it's saying if you're signed into some other device like a Vita, PS3 or what have you, you will appear online, otherwise you will be offline, because that is what you're about to select. Go ahead and hit OK, and what you're going to see is up on the top next to my name you have a red X, and that means I'm offline. For those of you who missed it, if I go back online, up on the top again, boom, I have a blue dot telling me that I am online. And for those of us who don't even want to do that and do all that button clicking, go ahead and press your home button for a few seconds, and the second entry this time around is online status. Go ahead and select that, and at this point a menu pops from the right, and voila, you can make your selection there. Next we have PlayStation Services. Go under settings, and this time under settings we're going to go ahead and select network. Under network you have view status of PlayStation Network services, and when you do that, browser opens up and it shows you all the status of all the services. Enjoy. Moving on, now when you want to know when your friends come online, you can do that. Go ahead and find a friend on your friends list, basically hit the options button, and at this point a new item is at the bottom called notify when online, and there you have it. Go ahead and select that option. At this point you get an on and off selection. Make your selection and you are ready to go. I know, at this point you're probably wondering, my goodness, I have to do that for every friend on my friends list. Actually no, Sony has you covered. Go under the settings menu again, this time go under notifications, and under notifications there is an entry when friends go online. When you make this selection, you are given the ability to select your friends in what I call bulk mode. Go ahead and make your selection and you're all set. Next up we got events. Now, how many times have you wanted to play a game and actually have an event where people can join your party and just be ready to go? Well, now you can. Creating an event, as Sony says, is simple. Decide when to play, then select the players you want to play with. So here are the set of instructions. You can create an event. Players who register for your event can automatically join a party. You can select a game for the event to let other players know what you want to play. If you hit OK on this screen, it takes you to the next screen, obviously. Here you can name your event, among other things. You can give it a description, you can give it a start time, you can even have an auto join checkbox if you want to. There's an event duration. Game is optional. You can set your game. If you go ahead and select the game option, it will, from what I could tell, basically give you a list of the games that you already own, and at this point you can go ahead and make a selection. Number of players obviously who can join can be selected as well, and then if you move down you can send the invitation to your players, your message group or your community, and that is events for you. Next up, and probably the most awaited feature, is remote play, and my goodness does this thing work like a beauty. You go to Sony's website here that you can probably search on the internet. I'll try and leave a link down below in the description, but go ahead and select your operating system. I chose Windows PC, and when you do that it will download an application on your PC. Go ahead and double click the application. You get this dialog box as one of the very first screens. It will ask you to connect a DualShock 4 wireless controller using a USB cable. Surprise, surprise there, right? At this point you want to go ahead and do that, and then there is a settings button on the lower left. Go ahead and click the settings button. Now on this page you basically have a sign in button up on top, and then you also want to make your selections for your resolution and what have you. I'm obviously choosing everything on the high, but that is just me. Go ahead and play around with those settings. Once you are done playing around with those settings, you want to head back up to the top and click on the sign in button again. When you do that, you basically get another window. Go ahead and log into your PlayStation Network account. It will recognize your PlayStation ID like it did for me, and at this point it will go through its little churn, and once it's gone through its little churn here of back and forth communication detecting your PlayStation 4, you will get to this screen. And voila, you have just connected to your PlayStation 4 via remote play, and this thing works like a beauty. As I said, it has no latency whatsoever from what I could tell. It is a 1-to-1. As I was watching it on my TV versus my PC, I did not detect any latency, guys. Now, it could very well be that it's just my internet connection is fast enough to keep up with it. So if you do see any latency with your button clicks and what have you, leave me your comments down below. I'm very curious to know that. And at this point, I just basically wanted to play around and see what button clicks it would react to. So here I am basically using my mouse, and I'm going to go ahead and click the options button, and when I do, you can see the menu pops up. I am also going to go ahead and try the PlayStation button. When I click it, it basically takes me to my profile, which was one of the last menus I was accessing. So there you have it. If I hold the PlayStation button, it will take me to the quick menu, as you can see. And last but not least, if you basically want to get out of this mode, all I did was I went to the top right corner of the window and I hit the X button, and on the PlayStation 4 on my TV, I got a message saying my remote play session was done. And there you have it, folks. Those are my top 5 features of version 3.50. Let me know in the comments down below what you think are the top 5 features. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one.